1 week after a BTC senior manager and union executive was served her walking papers by the company, the union behind her is continuing its quest to have her reinstated, now backed by the umbrella union under which BTC falls. As Andrew Knowles reports tonight, the union is set to meet again with BTC tomorrow in the hopes of either changing their position or turning up the heat.
Industrial tension may reach a boiling point depending on the outcome of Tuesday's meeting between officials of the Bahamas Communications and Public Managers Union and Cable and Wireless executives. The BCPMU is unrelenting in its quest to have Elizabeth Thompson reinstated to her position at BTC after she was abruptly terminated last week Monday. Union President Talbot Collie says a meeting was promised by BTC's CEO Jeff Houston tomorrow, and he's hopeful that management holds to its commitment.
We have been very guarded, very deliberate. We've followed the rules, and I think tomorrow is going to be a pivotal point as to what happens going forward. We are hopeful that management keeps its word, and tomorrow is, we hope for the best, but we are prepared for whatever comes.
Mr. Collie says BTC breached a number of laws after dismissing Ms. Thompson without cause, and BCPOU President Bernard Evans charged that his union will not sit idly by and allow Cable and Wireless to get away with the breaches.
I know that Cable and Wireless, we're not begging them to reinstate Ms. Thompson. All right, they are in error, and truly the police ought to go up there and arrest all of them. This is how terrible. I mean, they have handled this matter. We have tried really to negotiate and show them their error and their fault, but they have not acknowledged such. They say they're waiting on their legal, so-called legal interpreter, but it's their legal department who got them in this predicament in the first place. Right. All right, and so this tells us that they know exactly what they're doing. All right, and if they want to test the wills of the unions in this country, then we didn't start this fight, but we're not going to back up from that. We're going to finish it.
Union officials maintain that Ms. Thompson was let go because of her affiliation with the BCPMU, arguing that it goes against the very fundamental core of trade unionism.
It strikes against the fact that I have a right to join a trade union of my choice. I have a fundamental right to run for office for any trade union. So this goes as far as the International Labour Organization Conventions 87, which says that you have a right to join a trade union of your choice. You have a right to be an officer in that trade union if you so desire.
But the BCPMU is not alone in its fight. Today, its umbrella union, the National Congress of Trade Unions, along with its affiliates, declared that it stands in solidarity and is calling on BTC to immediately reinstate Mrs. Thompson.
From where we sit at NIB, we're disappointed that this matter had to escalate to this level. However, we just want everybody to understand that based on the facts, they could look forward to national insurance standing behind our umbrella partners, and whatever is necessary, they can look forward to our support going forward.
We're here to let Ms. Thompson know that the Bahamas Electrical Workers Union does not support what happened to her, and we want her to know that anything that we need to do, we are prepared and willing to assist in this matter.
Meantime, BTC officials say they have no comment on the matter. Andrew Knowles, ZNS Network News.
Foreign Affairs Minister Fred Mitchell is heading a delegation to Santo Domingo, the Dominican Republic, for high-level bilateral talks with the Dominican government on the problem of illegal poaching in Bahamian waters by Dominican fishermen. In its Charter for Governance, the Progressive Liberal Party promised to strengthen the country's border patrol and protect the local fishing industry for Bahamians. Minister Mitchell spoke to the leadership of the Dominican Republic during his visit there for the presidential inauguration, and this trip is a follow-up to that initial meeting. Meantime, National Security Minister Dr. Bernard Nottage has announced aggressive initiatives to strengthen the capacity of the Royal Bahamas Defense Force to better control our borders, with plans to increase the manpower of the Defense Force by some 140 recruits this fiscal year. He also announced a $200 million asset acquisition and technical training initiative. These programs and initiatives are in line with the commitments made in the party's Charter for Governance. National Security Minister Dr. Bernard Nottage and Agriculture, Marine Resources and Local Government Minister V. Alfred Gray are accompanying Minister Mitchell on the trip. The delegation left today and they're due back in the capital on Thursday.